Hello, everyone. This is Bruce with the Ugly Quacking Duck podcast. We're back with you today. We're going to play a little bit more Eve online. Yay! And hopefully, we will be able to play our previously recorded podcast back in the background while you guys watch us play the game. You'll hear the podcast. I'm going to switch over to the game now. Yay, there we are. And you should be hearing the game background play. So what we're going to play today is the Ore Miners. It's the last chapter that I have written of the story that I read online. Now my reading is not real well, or my speech I should say is not very good. But hey, it's all for fun, right? That's why we're here, to have a little bit of fun and give you guys something to think about besides all the garbage that's going on. You know what I mean? All right, without any further ado, maybe more ado. Who knows? We're going to kick it over to the game, and I'm going to shut down the game audio so we can play the audio of the podcast. So, are you ready? And while you're doing that, while you're listening, we're going to take a venture over to Amar, and I'm going to pick up some drones. And along the way, if I see any places to go hunt some critters, I'll put it that way. We'll do that on the way. So stay tuned for the podcast. Here we go. I thought here we went. There we go.
What did you just do? You found us! Awesome! Welcome to the Ugly Quacking Duck podcast!
It's amazing that you found us. So on with the show.
Well, hello and good afternoon. I'm Bruce, and I'm with the Ugly Quacking Duck podcast, and I'm glad you found us again. It is Wednesday afternoon, August the 16th. Yep, August the 16th already. You know what that means? August is about over with. It's past the halfway mark. This month is flying by just like the other ones. It's going by quick. Hard to believe, isn't it? It goes by so fast, the year is just marching on. And we're in the 8th month. There's only 4 more months until December, and then the first of the year, or the new year begins, if you believe the calendar that we go by nowadays. But that's another story. But I just want to say hello to everybody. Let's call Sonny in. Sonny, are you here?
I'm here. Hi, Brooke.
Hi, Sonny. I'm glad you made it.
Hey, I'm glad to be here too. Where's Lily?
Well, she's got school today, so guess what? It's just me and you.
Aw, I'm glad to be here. Thank you, Brooke.
Well, hey, I'm glad you're here too. Gives me somebody to bounce ideas off of, or just to tease.
Oh, yeah, you like teasing me. You're mean.
No, I'm not.
No, you're not. I just have fun with you.
Well, I'm glad. And while we're talking about school and everybody going back to school, most of you know somebody, have somebody, or are somebody that's going back to school. Some of you went back last week, and most of the people around here went back today or last week. So everybody's back in school. What does that mean? That means we're going to have to get back into some other form or routine. And if you're like me, you never did like that part of going back to school, getting back into that routine, giving up the summer job and the summer fun, and going back. So if you get a chance to hear this podcast and you're in school, I hope you make the best of this year. I hope it goes well. And I'm sorry you have to switch gears and go back to school.
Well, you know what? I think it's crazy the way you humans go to school. I'm not sure if you're really learning anything, are you?
Well, that's up for debate, and we're not going to do that on this episode. We're just going to leave that alone. But what we are going to do is say, happy new school year to the parents that have to deal with that and have to get everybody up and around, to the college students that's going to school. Maybe it's your first year of college. Maybe you're leaving and going somewhere else. We hope you have a great time, you enjoy it, but you also get something positive out of the year. And to all the younger kids that go into school and they're having to settle into a new tradition, a new scheduling, whatever you do, don't get too frustrated right off the bat. Give it some time to get settled into your new schedule, your new routine, and give your parents an opportunity to help you, and it may turn out to be awesome. Give your new friends and your teachers an opportunity also to be part of your life. So have fun with it. Make the best of it. Try to get something positive out of it, all of you, and we'll try to work with you and go through it through the end of the year, and then next year we'll come back to another summer, and we'll have some more fun. But right now we can turn it over to the fall school season, and we shift gears right along with you. So how's that sound?
I think you sound great. Not sure what you're talking about, but hey, it's great.
I thought I'd pause that for a minute. It's September the 14th right now when I'm recording this video. That recording was, I don't know if I mentioned it or not during the podcast, but it was August the 15th, I think, but it was right in the middle of August. So it's been a month ago. I'm a little bit slow getting them up on the video, sorry. And, things happen like work and life. But anyway, here we go. Back to it.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence. And that's what we're trying to do for all the people out there dealing with that. You got teachers and children, and it's a big mess. So good luck, everybody, on the new school year. And we're shifting gears now.
Okay, what are we shifting to?
Well, I don't know. Maybe high?
I don't understand.
It's all right. I got it. They got it. And did I welcome everybody aboard to the Ugly Quacking Duck podcast? Welcome aboard! Yay! I hope this week has been treating you good. Wednesday is hump day, right in the middle of the week, and it can go either way. It can get better, can get worse, but after today, you only have 2 more days. That is, if you're not working on the weekends, and guess what? I work on the weekends, so I'm taking this time to enjoy my weekend, because it happens now, and it gives me an opportunity to work on the podcast and get some things done around the house. So, hey, I don't have no complaints.
Is that why you're always gone and everybody's home? Is that what you're talking about working on the weekend?
Yep, that's it, Sonny. That's exactly it. You just nailed the nail right on the head.
I'm not sure what that means, but I it. Yay! Are we going to do guessing today? I want to do some guessing.
Oh, you do you?
Yeah! You told us last week, so I get to guess one thing.
All right, we can do that. Do you want to do it now?
Sure, why not?
All right, let's talk about the last 7 days of earthquakes. You want to?
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's do that. 7 days ago, no, that's not right. The last 7 days, the total of earthquakes was...
Wait a minute. Can you tell me how many we had last time? Because I've already forgot.
All right, I can do that. Let's see. Last time we had a count of 1,947 all magnitude earthquakes for the last 7 days, or the past week count. So you have to guess this time, the last 7 days, how many we had. And I'm not telling you if they went up or down, and I'm not going to mess up and tell you what they were. How does that sound?
Oh boy, I can do this. Okay. 1947 last count. So this time, I'm going to count 1950. How's that?
Well, that was a good year. 1950. That was a good guess, Sonny. I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you. But how close did I get?
Well, you got, let's see, 1950. You was under by 47, I believe, if I counted right. The totals of all magnitudes for the last 7 days was 1,997 earthquakes. A lot of earthquakes. And I'll go ahead and give you the rundown. Of those, the 2.5 and bigger magnitude earthquakes was 230. And of all of the magnitudes, 4.5 and over totaled 82. So those two numbers, 230 and 82, actually were down a little bit. So what that tells me is there was a lot more smaller earthquakes. So I wonder if they're building up for a nice big one. However, with that said, there was a 6.1 earthquake in San Jose Village, which is northern Mariner Islands. And I'm not sure I said that right. It's northern Marianna Islands. And if anybody knows more about geographic information, that way you can figure it out. But that was a 6.1, and that's pretty big. And then there was also, ready for this, a 6.5 earthquake, and it was at Sola Vanuatu. Well, I'm terrible with this language stuff. Sola, and then Vanuatu. So forgive me for messing that up. I never did say I was smart or able to talk properly. But that's the earthquake count for the last 7 days. It's starting to creep back up. Let's see where it goes next time. What do you think?
Well, I don't understand all that, but I got closer, and now that Lily wasn't here, hey, I win!
You and Lily is something else, man. If you don't guess and she gets to, then she gets to win. So, ooh, boy, you guys are competitive.
I know it. Yeah, I do know what that means, because you taught me.
Yeah, I did. So what have you been up to the last few days?
Chasing more cats.
Oh, are you the one that chased that cat across the road and made it get hit?
No. What happened?
Well, one of the strays that I turned into a pet that I liked a lot, he got across the road and got run over. Kind of made me sad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, thanks, Sonny. You seem to have a heart.
Well, yeah, I'm alive, ain't I?
Well, that's not what I meant. I meant that, how can I say this? I mean that you have compassion.
I think I know what that means.
You care. How's that?
Well, of course I care. God gave me life, and I care about everybody else's life.
I wish everybody felt that way. But anyway, yeah, we lost one of our cats. It was an outside cat, so that's prone to happen, I guess, occasionally. But it doesn't make us feel any better. But we've got a son of his that's coming up, getting bigger, just still nursing, so he's not very old. And he has a totally exact look like the father, except for he's got a little bitty stub tail, bobtail. He's really cute, so hopefully we'll get to keep him around and he'll make up for that loss. But anyhow, so you didn't chase that cat across the road, but you were chasing cats, right?
Yeah, just a little bit. I like doing that.
Well, you were lucky that they don't get the idea to turn around and chase you back.
I don't know why they don't, but I like it.
Okay. Well, yeah. I come home and catch you doing that, I may chase you around a little bit.
Oh, you wouldn't do that, would you?
Well, just find out, won't we?
Alright, I'll watch when I do it.
There you go. That's good. So, let's see now. It's been a kind of a cooler last few days. We got rain a couple days, and then we got cloud cover. Today it was like 58, I think, when I got up this morning. And it's about 80, let me look on my phone. It's 88 on my sensor outside, but it's in the sun, so it's always showing a lot higher than it really is. But then again, that's what it's going to feel like if you're standing out in the sun. But it's 82, according to the temperature on my phone that's somewhere here in the local town, so I don't know. I'll go by mine, 88. There you go. What do you think about that, Sonny?
I think that's a lot of numbers, and I don't know if you know what you're talking about, dude.
Okay, where'd you learn that at?
I heard you say it when you was talking to somebody. You said, hey, dude, what's going on? So I thought, huh, dude, that's cool.
Oh, you learn too much. It's a good thing I don't cuss, because you'd be cussing up a storm.
What's cussing?
Never mind. We'll talk about something else. Okay, anything new happening with you?
I'm a duck. What could be new?
Well, true. Are you getting ready for hunting season? And that's going to be the time when you have to hide out, and that's going to be here in a few months.
Oh, don't remind me. That's kind of a scary time.
Yeah, I guess it is. Kind of rough, ain't it? Well, we won't remind you about that too much until you get aggravating us, and we'll bring it up.
Oh, I see how you are. You're picking on me.
Yep.
Okay, well, look out if I get back at you.
All right, I'll be on my best behavior sometimes. All right, so you know what I think I'll do?
What's that?
I think I'll go ahead and jump right into the portion of this episode that includes the sci-fi.
Okay, what's that mean?
That means, that story I've been writing, working on, I've got chapter 2 completed, and I think I'll just jump right into reading that and giving everybody a thought or a chance to listen, and we'll go from there. I hope that it's been intriguing so far. I mean, the first part I actually kind of enacted. We had the communication between the Earth and the forget what we call that, space station, I guess. And it was just acting it out, making sound effects and stuff. And then chapter 1, that was the introduction. And then chapter 1, I wrote and read it over the show. And I really didn't get much response, so I don't know if anybody liked it or not. And this is chapter 2.
Okay, I'm going to sit back and listen. Kind of sit on my tail feathers, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. All right, so without much ado, here we go. Chapter 2. Johnson and Peterson unloaded the mining ship they called Muncher. They both laugh every time that the name is brought up. It was the newest design. It was equipped with a self-fueling engine. The fuel was generated once they mined for the first time. It allowed them to travel for great distances. It was pretty fast, and with the ability to fold space, it was able to travel about anywhere. It was also equipped with an energy shell, or what people called a shield. It had 2 energy lasers on board. It carried 5 drones that could take a beating with a hard punch, and they were extra fast. They would circle the miner, and if anything came within 100 kilometers and showed any aggression, they would attack and destroy the attacker. It had a hold able to carry salvage cargo along with products if they needed to do a quick run somewhere. It also had a generous mining hold to carry the ore mined from an asteroid. One last great piece of the hardware that was on the craft was a salvaging device. It is similar to a tractor beam with the ability to extract metals and other stuff out of the wrecks. It comes in handy out here when you run across hostile species. There are several species out here. Most are like us, or close to us anyway, and most are friendly. There are just explorers and traders, some looking to settle somewhere else. However, there are a few species that take what they want. I'm not sure if they have ever done anything for themselves. Rumor has it that one particular species got its start when a spacecraft crashed on their planet and they cannibalized the ship. They now have a tremendously powerful fighting craft. They are called the Zortarians. They attack and salvage anything they can. They have gathered a following. It is their way. Then there are Zulons, or the Solons. They are a very old and established race. They have accumulated much knowledge and technology. They help younger races. They are known to many species as the Guardians. They follow the way. It is an old and true belief in the Creator, the great Creator. You may be asking yourself, who am I that is telling this story? I am one of the Zulons. I have come here to this site of the new outpost to offer guidance and protection once the Zortarians come, and they will come, I have a very powerful craft equipped with energy. That is all I'm saying about our crafts. The two-man team had time to relax for a couple hours and eat something before turning in to get rest for the 8 hours or so. Tomorrow they will take the hauler out. It will be used to pick up the ore that Johnson jettisoned. It will also be used to salvage the scrap Rushu ships. It has a tremendously thick outer hull. It was endowed with the same energy shell as the miner. It had one energy gun, or it has one energy gun, and it also has a salvager. Its main characteristic is its huge ore hold. It can pick up 10 cans jettisoned from the miner, so every time the miner filled its hold, they would jettison the load in a can and go back to mining. It kept them from returning, and if they felt like staying a bit longer, the pilot would fill the miner's ship hold one more time and bring that load home with them. So that would give them a total of 11 full loads. If he was ready to come home a little bit earlier, they would leave right after the 10 load was in the hold. Either way, the hauler would go out and later and pick up all the cans and salvage the wrecks. It made for a real good run. The hauler, which may be called a barge, and it was slow. Traveling around took a lot of time. They would usually fold in next to the asteroid field and immediately drop a mobile tractor unit. It would then tractor the cans to itself along with the wrecks. The ore would be transferred to the tractor unit, and any goodies in the wrecks would also be transferred to the unit. Since the tractor unit was close, it was easy to transfer the one back, or the ore back, to the ship and pick up the tractor unit. The wrecks would then be salvaged for any good metals.
I just want to interrupt for a second. I hope you're watching the screen. I'm getting ready to bring this dirty shipyard down to where it blows up. So watch that, because it's very good graphics that they've got in this game to watch this explosion. And then I'll turn to the cargo rig and I'll get it to explode too. So keep your eyes open.
One more fold back to the outpost and another day is done. They kept the travel in regular space to a bare minimum, because it was slow in regular space. The next morning, Johnson and Peterson readied the hauler. It was a huge thing. They had to go out to the landing field by the ore drop. It was so huge they didn't want it landing anywhere near the outpost or the site for where the new city would be built. Didn't want to take any undue chances, so they designed an ore drop a long ways from the sites and built a huge landing spot to bring the hauler down. It was a sight when it took off and arrived. Imagine seeing a building take off. Once Johnson and Peterson were aboard, they readied the ship for takeoff. They did all the pre-flight stuff. They joked and made small talk as they readied. "Hey, Rick, when do you think the building crew's arriving?" Peterson asked. "Bob, I have heard in the next week," Johnson said. "Wow, that soon?" "The crew to start the factory up is coming in this week," Peterson said. "Yeah, Bob. They have to get the metals and other material piled up so the builders can start on the city. I hope they make more barracks first. I don't want to share our outpost with anything or anyone for long," said Johnson with a bit of gruffness in his voice. "Yes, agreed," Pearson said. "That's why I like the mining gig. Less people." "Okay, fire up the engines, old man," Johnson said. They usually took two crew members in the hauler flights. It just made good operational sense. It allowed one to pilot, one to keep an eye on the tractor unit and salvage unit, while the pilot watched for aggressive ships and kept the engines warm. The ship was slow. They always had to be vigilant. When one energy gun and no drones, they could only resist fire for so long before they had to run. Off the ship lifted. It shuddered, but slowly and actually pretty gently considering the sheer size. It arose from the ground and off the planet. Well, thank you for tuning in to our new episode, and I appreciate all the listeners that have come back to us. And for some weird reason, you've come back. I have to rank your weirdness right up with us. So, welcome aboard. And for the newcomers, hey, I'm glad you found us. I'm glad you took part of the internet electrons with us. And I hope you come back again. Tell your friends, tell your family. And hey, Sonny, you got anything you want to say?
That was a wild story, and thank you, Brooke. I enjoyed it. Everybody, thank you. This is Sunny.
All right, we're going to bid you farewell until next time. That's our show, folks. We're glad you rode along with us today. And I hope you enjoyed the time we spent together. Do you have any questions or a comment? You can email theuglyquackingduck at gmail.com. That is theuglyquackingduck, all one word, no, at gmail.com. You can also visit our webpage, theuglyquackingduck.com. Check out the homepage. Put in your email and click subscribe. Every new blog we post from then on will show up in your inbox. Our comment page now has a way for you to leave us a voice recording. How cool is that? Check it out. Again, for those joining us for the very first time, we're glad you found us. To all the listeners out there, tell a friend and come back. 73 fellow people of Earth, and remember, this is not our home. Until next time, this is the Ugly Quacking Duck Podcast. 73, and God bless.
All right, I hope you guys liked that story. I enjoyed writing it and reading it. I apologize for my bad auditorial skills and reading skills. I write it and then I still can't read it. What do you think about that? Anyway, if you enjoyed that and you enjoy these videos, leave me a note. You can leave me a note on whatever social media you see this on. I do YouTube and Rumble and BitChute and or Odyssey or whatever you call that. They're all on there. You can leave me a note and look out. But I've almost got that cargo rig down, and it's going to blow up in just a couple minutes. So watch it. It's about to go. I think the last few bits of power is going to go bye-bye. And then I'm going to head off to Amar to pick up my drones. So I'll probably just let you guys go after I blow this thing up. It'll be my last hurrah for the day. Let's turn on the desktop audio. And, ooh, it's going to be close. Let's see if I can get this on. Just barely made it. I don't know if it's got a very good sound to it. How cool is that? Yeah! I love that. That's probably one of the better graphics on this game. I'll go pick that up, and then I'll turn it off. I'll go to Amar. So, folks, I hope you had a great time being with me. I hope I didn't bore you too much and you liked the story. If you liked the story, let me know. Therefore, I can go back and do some more. I got to do another chapter. I've not had time to sit down and write it because I've been doing so many other hobbies. And it's fall of the year, so there's a lot of things to get ready for winter. And I'm doing a lousy job of getting ready. But I've still got my gutters to clean out and a bunch of other things. So bear with me. I'll get back with it. So until later on, you guys enjoyed being with me. I hope I enjoyed being with you. Until next time, this is Bruce, the ugly quacking duck. I guess I'll leave it up one more minute. I'm going to go pick that. Oh, we got some loot. Yeah. All right. Had some missiles in it and what was the other thing? Let me pull it back up. Nuclear shells. All right. Infernal cruise missiles and infernal heavy missiles. So I did pretty good. All right, that's all there was. Until next time, we're the Ugly Quacking Duck Podcast. You can find us at these email and at this website. Tune in next time.
Warp drive active.